All right, y'all. What's going on? Make, Making another live here. Gonna get started here in a minute. Just gotta, the usual on the go. Another on the go live. So give me a minute because there's a few things I want to talk about until I come to a stopping point today. But dang, so point A to point B. It's on the go live. Got a good weekend of fights coming up. Wow. Trying to make it through some traffic here from point A to B. This is one of those point A, point B live streams, People really, really, really can annoy me sometimes when it comes to driving. This relaxes me. I don't know, like, who teaches people how to drive nowadays? I mean, like, where do people learn how to drive? It's the most annoying thing. Like, wow. Okay, here we go. You Sync, what's up? Now. Okay, yeah. We got we got 4 fights coming up this weekend, and I'm gonna make it known 2 times there will be no fight companion, sadly, this weekend, because I'm gonna be out of town. I'm gonna be busy this weekend. Just letting it be known this time, I will not be as much as I want to be. As much as I want to be this weekend with y'all, calling some fights. And now, this is a weekend we got 4 fights too. This is a weekend that we have 4 fights. I would love to be here calling these fights with y'all, but this weekend I'm gonna be doing something even more fun. So, I need to get away. Yeah. So let's see, UFC Vegas. This is 73, right? UFC Vegas 73. And like I said, we got these 4 fights. Let me go ahead and mention this fight because I keep forgetting about this one. Natalia Silva, Victoria Leonardo, right? Karolina Kowalkiewicz, Vanessa Demopolous, Emily Ducote, and Lupi Godinez, which I think is probably going to be the banger on this card. I really do. I think we can say that this is going to be the banger. Emily and Lupi is going to be the banger. Then you got the main event. Dern and Hill. Dern, Hill. Should be interesting. Yeah, so all of these fights, I can't complain. These are all good matchups. They're all reasonable matchups. As far as like the main event, I guess it is kind of like it's for some it's a take it or leave it because it's not really like a strawweight title eliminator. But when you have 2 fighters like Hill, who's been around a long time, and she's not a boring fighter. She's a personality. Then you got Mackenzie Dern, same thing, not a boring fighter, and she's a personality. You don't mind it so much. The casual fans, they probably do. The casual fans, they really don't. I'm sure that they only want to see Mackenzie Dern for one reason, right? But as like a main event, they'll complain. But to me, no, I'm cool with that. But yeah, the other fights, the one, Natalia Silva, Victoria Leonardo, of course, I think a lot of people feel like they could have matched her up with a better opponent, at this point, because we've seen what she can do in 2 fights, her last 2 fights, but you never know. This is good practice. This is good experience for Natalia Silva. I'll take it. So that's a good matchup. It's battle of unranked fighters. Then you got another battle of unranked fighters, Karolina Kowalkiewicz and Vanessa Demopolous. So that one too. It's on the level. Karolina is what on a 2 fight win streak right now, and so is Demopolous. One fight was kind of questionable, I believe, the Jinu Fry fight. So yeah, nothing too crazy. No huge mismatches here. After Angela Hill's last couple of fights, she had wanted to fight like Mackenzie Dern. She called out Mackenzie Dern. She said she wanted that fight. So yeah, like that's a much deserved step up for her, right? And Mackenzie Dern, who has lost when she has stepped it up a couple of times to, you know, like Marina and Jan, she's in a situation where she has to fight down. You know, she's in a situation where she has to fight down. She's already fought other fighters like Berna, Tisha, and Ibas. So, you know, there's no reason for them to try to match her up or put her in there with like a Rose or an Andrade like that, or Tatiana. I think she's in the same place. You know, she's like meeting in the middle. Angela Hill's fighting up because of her last couple performances. Mackenzie Dern is fighting down because of her last couple performances. So yeah, I can say the matchmaking is pretty solid on this. You know, matchmaking is solid. The only one I'm not going to pout about, but I could say could have been a little better is Natalya Silva, because what we've seen from her in the past, right? Like, we would like to see her in a higher caliber fight, but if you look at somebody like Tracy Cortez, who's not around, you know, that's not a match that can happen. You know, hopefully putting 3 unranked wins together should get her where she needs to be, which is, you know, my logic on this channel anyway. That usually is my rules for a fighter like Melissa Gatto, even Natalya Silva. You know, like when fighters like that, they come into the game, I like to see them matched up on 3 unranked fighters and then eventually fight a ranked fighter. So yeah, no problem. I won't complain. Should be a good fight. So let's talk about that fight first. Hold on. Let me see. Let me pull up something here. Let's see what we got here. There we go. Yeah, let's talk about this fight a little bit. Natalya Silva and Victoria Leonardo. Oh boy. Right now, Natalya Silva, from what I've seen from her, you know, compared to her pre-UFC days, to her last couple fights in the UFC, she's definitely like stepping her game up and becoming like this revamped, renewed, reborn fighter. And I like it, man. Like, Natalya Silva, I know we can say the opponents may have helped her look better, but no, like, it's actually her skill set too. Like, Natalya Silva's actually looking like this solid fighter on the feet. You know, has good defense. You know, she's physically strong. She's good on the ground. You know, I think Natalya Silva has a lot of good attributes, and some of them are being tested. You know, and when you pass the test in the fashion that she has in the last 2 fights, I think we can say that, yeah, she is a promising, you know, prospect. She is a promising young prospect because she's not really struggling in these fights, you know. You see some of the other fighters they sign that come through, like Gabriela Fernandez, Mandy Bohm. They come in and they really get welcomed to the UFC. They get handled. They were fighting the same caliber of opponents like Natalya Silva. Natalya Silva, she came in against some big grapplers, and, you know, she defended well, and she also used her striking and kickboxing at a very, very high level. You know, she didn't let up. She looked like somebody that was stepping out of the box. And that's the same that can be said for like the other fighters that we used to see at the bottom, like Manon or Tyler. You know, they were doing the same thing. They were dominating those fighters. So when you see a fighter with this type of skill set, you want to see it tested, and you want to wait first before you can say, okay, this person's going to be a real threat. But if they are going in there and dominating in this fashion, you know, I think it's safe to say that, hey, this person could eventually get to the top 15. But, you know, we can't count Victoria Leonardo out. Victoria Leonardo, she tries. That's the thing about Victoria Leonardo. She's always trying. Even in a loss, you know, she's still trying. You know, it's just that the fighters she stepped up against, they were trying just as hard, and their skills were just too much for her. You know, she tried in the Manon fight. She tried in the Melissa Gatto fight. She turned it on in that Mandy Bowen fight. You know, she wasn't letting up in that one. She put a lot of pressure on Mandy in that one and came away with the victory. So I think she's still kind of riding off that momentum. You know, she wants to get back into the winner's circle, but I really don't know what. Well, I know what Victoria Leonardo would need to do in this fight. I don't know if she possesses that. Okay. Like, I don't know if Victoria Leonardo can go in there and put a lot of pressure on Natalia Silva, you know, because she does have pretty good gas tank and she's pretty quick on the feet. You know, she has good angles. She's fast. By the time you try to enter, either shoot for a takedown or clinch, you know, she's timing you and she's cracking you with like a kick or strike, right? So I think Victoria Leonardo is really going to have to fight behind a good jab in this fight and a good leg attack, you know, to try to slow her opponent down. That's probably the best thing for her to do is, you know, to try to keep her busy with the hands, and then you sneak attack with your calf kicks, you know, to try to and cut the cage off. You know, don't chase an opponent like this. Try to, you know, study the movement in the first round, like, because Natalia Silva is so quick, so much quicker than her. Natalia Silva, she can start off fast in the first round. So I think Victoria Leonardo necessarily shouldn't start too fast because she could get reckless. I think she could take the first round. Of course, you want to win the first round, but you got to take that first round to figure her out, figure her footwork out. Eventually, try to keep this fight to the cage, you know, clinch and make it cagey and work her body and push the pace on her. You know, you don't want to fight a ranging fight with somebody this quick that can control with combinations. You know, so I think Victoria Leonardo just has to make this as dirty as possible, but it has to be set up first. You know, like the dirty fighting still has to be set up. I'm not saying like you fight uneducated. Like even dirty fighters have to fight educated. Like there's a science to how some of these fighters fight dirty. Like even in boxing, the way some fighters tie up, there has to be a technique to it. You know, like you have to do it on certain sides where the referee's not looking at you or the referee is not going to notice it. You know, like on the ground against the cage in MMA, you know, forearms rubbing in a person's eyes and things like that. Like I know that's dirty, but you know, that's what trainers, they tell their fighters. You know, if you're dealing with somebody that's much more polished on the feet, you got to get dirty in there. You know, as long as the ref don't see it, hey, you got to get it done, right? And Victoria Leonardo is in a position like that where she's got to go all out. It's a fight. It's a fight. As long as you're not doing like Jin Yoon Kim and throwing low blows and, you know, push kicking and, you know, throwing low blows, or, you know, kneeing people while they're down or throwing kicks after the bell, you know, fine. Don't do that. I'm just saying, like, you got to get a little gritty in there where the ref can't see certain things that are going on, where you can really start to compromise your opponent, you know, take away their strengths in the fight. So for her, I think it's going to have to be a lot of push fighting, clinch fighting, using her weight, getting the fight to the ground just to control. Because I think even though Teresa Blader was never in control in that fight, she did get like a takedown in that first round, and she did have some success. And I have to really find like a moment. You know what I mean? I got to find some moments here. Like Teresa Blader, I think she did have a little success when she did get on the inside of Natalia Silva. It didn't last long, but she did have some success. I can't remember if she won the first round now. I have to go back and look. But she took a lot of punishment in that round, right? I think Victoria Leonardo is a little bit faster than Teresa Blader, though, and Jasmine. You know, she can be reckless, but she will try to blitz her way in. So I think her best bet is to try to keep Natalia Silva off of her feet, off of her balance. And I'm just spending some time on Victoria Leonardo because we don't know, this could possibly be her last fight in the UFC. So I'm just kind of saying, look, this girl's hanging on the thread right now. I know she bounced back with the win, but if she's to lose in devastating fashion, they might just cut her, right? They might just cut her. Now, if she could win this fight, of course, this would keep her head above water, big time. A win over Natalia Silva means, oh yeah, you're back, or you're at least somewhere in good standing. But you know, that's a big if. That's a big if she can do it. For Natalia Silva, I think we know what this is, man. This girl, she could paint a picture. She could paint a picture Saturday night. This girl can paint a picture Saturday night. She can keep this thing moving. The blueprint is there. You know, you've seen girls land big head kicks like Erin Blanchfield, Manon, and with Natalia Silva being a little bit more crisp with her shots, you know, she can make this thing an early night. She could crack her with some big punches in this fight, a big combination. She's wide open for it. So that's what I want to see from Natalia Silva. You know, just fight a pretty ranged fight. Be first, throw the 1-2, switch up the kicks from like she can do so crisply. You know, inside leg kick, boom, head kick. I just think that her movement is going to be a big problem, and the lack of defense for Victoria Leonardo is possibly going to make this a short night. It is. It's possibly going to be a short night. So I'm going to go. I'm going to go with Natalia Silva in this fight. Will it be a decision? I don't know, man. I think that she's got this one by possible stoppage, man. I think she want to show out here in Vegas too, man. I think she gonna show out here in Vegas for real. Hold on. Let's see. So y'all ready to move on to this next one? Let's see. I think who y'all got in the comments. I know y'all pretty much got. I'm looking at the poll I put up. Not very many people picked Victoria Leonardo, so I think it's safe to say everybody got Natalia Silva possibly by finish, right? Y'all all got her by finish, right? Hold on. Let me flip through some pictures here because we got to get into this next fight. All right. I'm excited though, man. Like I'm gonna be looking at the fights, but like I said, I got 11 people in here just so y'all know. I'm not gonna be doing a fight companion this week because you know it's the birthday weekend. It's the birthday weekend, and I'm gonna be out of town, so I'll catch the fights when I can. But yeah, I won't be on streaming with y'all this weekend. Like I said, much as I want to, I won't be this weekend because I'm gonna be, you know, trying to celebrate this 40th. I'm on this 40th now, man. So hey, I got to have a little fun. Because this last year was kind of a rough one too, man. So hey, last year was a bit of a rough one. It's time to have some fun, man. I'm on that 4-0, man. Coming up on 4-0. 40. Coming up on that 40th, man. 4 decades. So yeah, BJ, what's going on? So yeah, I don't feel it. Don't feel it. But yeah, it's here though. Yeah, AW, the big 4. AW said he got Silva all day. Okay, yeah, Silva. I mean, Silva's a good solid pick. Now, if Silva go here and do something crazy, I'm gonna be disappointed. But nah, I think Silva got this fight on lock, man. Stamina, what's up? He said, when's the birthday? The 23rd. The 23rd, but you know, 23rd is a Tuesday, so we got to get the party in on the weekend. You know what I mean? Got to get it in on the weekend. So it's going to be a weekend thing. You know, it's got to be a whole weekend thing because this is a special one. This is a milestone, man. BJ said that. Yeah, man, 40, man. Like I said, like I don't like to brag, but I'm weight still down about 140 pounds right now. Not too far from my high school. Yeah, I ain't too far from my high school weight either. You know what I mean? So ain't nothing to feel bad about. got a little gray coming in. Got a little bit of gray coming in the beard. Got a little bit of gray coming in the beard. Got a little bit of just a little bit on the hair. But like I said, only 140 pounds. You know, still keeping around the same weight. Had a little health scare this year, but I managed to, you know, bounce back. But that's only normal, you know. Ain't nobody perfect, so ain't nobody perfect, you know. It happens, but I was able to fight it back, man. Yeah, it's been a rough year, so I said, man, I gotta, because I never know what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? Like, you never know what's gonna happen. Feel good one day, you never know. So I said, I got to take the time out and to do this 40th big, because, hey, I made it this far. Man. 4 decades. It's just still here. Oh, okay. Stammer said 4 days after his. He said mine is. He said his is tomorrow. Okay. The Gemini's in the building. Like, hey, what's going on, Lolita? I don't really do the whole horoscope thing anymore. Like, I don't follow astrology like that. You know, I don't do that. But yeah, every now and then I just say, oh yeah, I'm a Gemini, just to kind of remember where I'm at. But I don't do the whole horoscope thing and stuff like that. BJ said, I'm 33 and full of grays. Happy birthday. Oh yeah, appreciate it, man. Yeah, the actual birthday is on Tuesday, which I'm gonna take off again anyway. I'm taking the birthday off anyways, but the actual celebration, you know, I got to do this weekend with, you know, brothers, and I guess it's just, you know, got a little surprise for me, which is a good thing. You know, they got a little surprise, so we're gonna do something. So I'm gonna be missing out on a lot of fights this weekend, but you know, I don't care. I don't care, man. I really don't care, because, like I said, I got to do something. Got to do something big, man. Got to do something big. Oh, appreciate it, Brian. Appreciate it. AW said gonna need a drop of big plus money 10-unit play, bro. Make that birthday celebration extra wild when it hits. Let's go. Yeah, man. VJ said, no, I don't care. I mean, I can rewatch it. You know what I mean? I can't relive this weekend. You know what I mean? Like, the fights I can replay. So when it comes down to, I don't care like that. Like, I can't put, you know, I can put it on pause for a change. You know what I mean? I'm always here doing some fight companions and fight streams. Like, of course, it's fun, but when I got something else playing, like, I don't care that much, you know? Like, I can always put it on replay. Family first, my life first, health first. I need it. Really need it. Yeah, Stammer said 40 is the last milestone, in my opinion. The ones after that, I don't give. He said don't care about. Do it big. Yeah. I kind of feel like, well, you know, 16 was a big one. 18 was. 20, 21. They were all kind of, you know, like milestones. And then there was 25 and 30 were like the last ones I kind of like seen as milestones. 35 I didn't really think much of, but 40, 40 is one. Because you got to remember too, a lot of men, you know, our life expectancy is shorter than women, and you don't really see a lot of men, you know, even young black men live that long nowadays, you know, for a while. And what else was I gonna say about that? Yeah, you really don't. You do, and then you don't in certain times, you know. Because I know some people from my high school already passed away, you know, about to push 40, and you know, a lot of people from high school already I've already had people, you know, throughout my high school class, you know, actually pass away now. So, you know, that kind of tells me that, yeah, man, You know, that time it comes up on you. You never know. You just never know, man. BJ said it tears me up to miss fights. It tears me up to miss. Yeah, it does. It does sometimes. Like when I do go on vacation, I'll sneak a peek. You know, I'll sneak a peek at a fight every now and then. Or if I'm back at the room, like that last time, the Grasso Vivian Arujo, I was on vacation, but I still pulled up the live stream with you all that time, right? And it was fun. It was still fun. AW said 40 is a new 20, so they say. They say that. I don't think it's ever gonna be 20. You feel the difference. Very, very little difference. Rabbit said he get FOMO bad when he miss out. Yeah, you think about it. You think about it. But on the night of my birthday weekend and whatever, I'm not really gonna be thinking about it. All right, so let's jump over here to some more fights here, y'all. Who do y'all got? Most of y'all got Silva, right? Most of y'all got Silva. Hold on, I gotta upload somewhere. Where is it? Because we gotta talk about this fight. Okay. All right, let's talk about this one. Karolina Kowalkiewicz and Vanessa Demopolous. Like I said, this fight too, not a bad fight. Okay, BJ got Leonardo. BJ just want to be different now. BJ got Leonardo. He the only person picking Victoria Leonardo, I think. AW, you got Silva, right? And I know AW got Silva. I think Brian, he said Silva. Sink said that takedown defense has been looking good, too good. He said Silva. Yeah, he said Natalia smokes it. Yeah, BJ got Leonardo. You got to back that up for me, BJ. Got to back that up, man. Stamina said, find me some 20 looking 40-year-olds. Otherwise, I ain't convinced. Well, the other day somebody thought I was 27, so he just said she surprised me and beat Boom. Boom is different. Boom is different. Boom is different. I'll come back to that. Karolina and Vanessa. I like this fight too. Like I said, I like this one because it's two unranked fighters that put on a show. They are entertaining. Y'all can't lie. Vanessa Demopolous is entertaining. You know, I ain't like these other guys that was simping on this what does she call it? You know, exotic dancing or stripper, you know. That's what she used to be, a stripper, right? You know, they dress it up in the documentary on her. But hey, you know, she's doing what she gotta do. She was doing her. Um, but she did translate that agility and athleticism into the fight game. You know, it definitely helps with her BJJ because that's where Vanessa Demopolous is strongest at, on the ground. You know, she's real good on the ground. Like Demopolous, that's why I always say, like, don't go to the ground with this girl because you're giving her a big chance. You know, LFA, when you had Sam Hughes fighter, she caught Sam Hughes in that submission real quick. What was her name? Sylvania Juarez. Oh my goodness, that girl about knocked Demopolous out, but she jumped on her and got submitted. That's what I'm saying. Like, Demopolous is kind of like a lower level Mackenzie Dern or like a lower level Jillian Robertson, like where if you try to go to the ground with this girl, she's gonna submit you. If you give her that opportunity, she will submit you. So yeah, like Demopolous is very quick. She's flexible. That's why her jiu-jitsu is so good, you know, even on her level, because you know she's able to she's able to transition so quick and tie you up and get that like arm bar on you so fast, like, or triangle. You know, she's good with it. Same way she can, you know, wrap her legs around the pole. You know, I'm not being funny, but I'm just saying, like, the same way she can like spin on a pole or, you know, like put the triangle on the pole. Same deal, you know. She's doing that to people's necks in there, right? Karolina Kowalkiewicz, you know, she's been around for a minute and she's had some losses, boy. She's lost like what, 4 or 5 in a row. I'm surprised they didn't cut her, but yeah. I think Carolina's in a different place now where I'm not sure if she can bounce back to where she used to be, but I think she's still a tough test for these girls on the bottom. And, if she continues to polish her striking and not brawl as much, she'll be a problem in here. The one thing about both of these fighters, they have a lot of heart. They'll get wild in there. So I think you might see some trading in here. Six, what's going on, man? I think you'll see a lot of trading in this. Not a lot of trading, but maybe you might see like some moments where they trade because Carolina, she can get pulled into brawl mode. Vanessa Demopolous, she'll brawl with you. She needs to calm it down, but you can still pull that dog out of her. She will fight. She'll swing to the end. Defense on both sides, I would say they both lack defense, so you will see some swelling. I don't know if you'll see blood, so much blood in this fight, but you gonna see some girls with mouses under their eyes in this one. Somebody gonna have a hematoma or a mouse under their eye in this fight because Demopolous leads with her face sometimes, and so does Carolina. So you'll see a lot of overhand rights thrown by Demopolous. I'm gonna say Carolina has a chance to lead on her feet in this fight. She can take the lead with her strikes. Her ground game is getting better, but when you're dealing with somebody younger and just so athletic like Demopolous, I'm gonna still say it's her fight on the ground. So Carolina got to keep it standing. It might go into like striker versus grappler in this fight. I don't think Vanessa Demopolous wins on the feet in this fight. Honestly, if she does, that'll surprise me. I think Demopolous wins if it's on the ground. But Carolina, I think she has the ability to win. Small percentage on the ground, but mostly on the feet. BJ said pole dancing is an Olympic sport. I mean, it takes a lot of upper body strength and good stabilization muscles from what I hear. Like I ain't done it, but you know what I mean. Like I'm just saying, like if you've done pull-ups before, or if you ever like tried to hold your body up to the side, like when you grab onto like a pole and just like hold up part of your body, you can understand like the strength it takes to do that type of stuff. Like clothes on and clothes off. I mean, it's a tough thing. It's a tough thing when you're trying to climb a pole. Like it just takes a lot of strength. Okay, Ravioli said he thinks it's a 50-50 fight. Six said he thinks it's going the distance. Yeah, I think it could go the distance too. Carolina's not knocking this girl out. She has heart and she defends her takedowns. It might go to this. It might go to the cards. I don't see stoppage in this fight. I don't really see like hardcore stoppage in this fight. They both are Sylvania Juarez's moms, though, right? Ain't that right? As we always say over here, they both they share custody of Sylvania Juarez. That's what somebody told me. Somebody said that they both own custody of Sylvania Juarez. Yeah, Stamina said, "Let there be lumps." Yeah, there gonna be some lumps in this fight. I'm telling you, there gonna be some lumps in this fight. Six said the strippers got that fight, and then when it comes to money, yeah. Gabby said, "Do you think? What's up, Gabby? Do you think they might remove Torres and put somebody new in the rankings?" I don't know. It depends on how long she's out because they didn't take Joanna out, for the longest time. Joanna stayed in like a year and a half, I believe, before they took her out. So they might give her a year and a half. They might give Tisha like a year and a half. If Tisha decides to come back sooner, I don't think they take her out. But if she stays out like a year and a half, same with Carla. If her and Carla stay out like a year and a half, I think they take them out. But if they come back sooner, if they come back a lot sooner, then no, I don't think so. We just said rank Sam Page. Yeah, like Sam is on her way, I think, man. Like if she gets one more win, who else could get ranked pretty soon here? We were talking about it the other day. I think Gabby mentioned it. Who do you think who's on their way to being ranked? somebody with like 2 or 3 wins. Let's see, who's some of my favorite strawweights on the body. I like Sam Hughes, that's unranked. I like Yasmin Jauregui, that's ranked, unranked. Who's another strawweight I was talking about? I like Ducote. Yeah, I do like Ducote. Yeah. Who else? Jillian. Yeah, Jillian gets ranked after she beats Tabitha Ricci. Yeah, of course. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Tabitha Ricci is number 15. Yeah, most definitely. Okay, so who do y'all got? Okay, Ravioli said stoppage would be Demopolous by submission. Yeah, yeah. If it goes to the ground, yeah, I'm gonna go with her. Six said he's got Demopolous by decision. Yeah, they're gonna look like they've been in a fight though with these two. I'm gonna go with let me think about this one. All right, I got Natalia Silva. I don't know. I'm gonna go with sometimes Carolina Kowalkiewicz can be reckless though, man. Vanessa's heart can pull her through a fight. I don't know. I might stick with Carolina on this one. Yeah, I think I might pick Carolina. I'm not really sure on this one, really. I'm just trying to enjoy a good fight. You know, Carolina been around a minute. She from the old school. I think I'm gonna go with Carolina. Yeah. Okay, Brian said he's got Carolina, and this one's a fan pick. Lolita, who did you say you have in this fight? Carolina. Okay. There's a lot of experience for Demopolous too, you know. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Carolina. Let's move on to this fight right here. I don't know about y'all, but I'm excited about this fight the most. I'm actually excited about this fight the most because these fighters, it's like one of these boxing matches I used to see back in the day where the fighters like they kind of match up in skills, or it's just that their styles really mesh well. They're like about the same size. Their styles mesh well. This is gonna be a good fight right here. To me, I think this is gonna be. I think this might steal fight of the night for like the women or possibly even the men. Man, I think this fight's gonna be action packed, and there's gonna be some blood in this one. I believe that. I mean, you see Ducote already kind of bleeding in this fight. In the fight, she was winning, and you know, Loopy in the win, she still bleeds. You know, she still bleeds too. So I don't know, man. This fight here, this gonna be a good fight. I'm 50-50 on this one just because of the way their styles match up. B just said if Dern cracks her with that right, she could. But if Demopolous cracks her, yeah, she could hurt her with her right hand. Yeah, Demopolous got some power in her right hand. If Loopy wins, does she get ranked? Ducote is ranked, right? So if Ducote's ranked, then yeah, I think Loopy will probably get ranked. But let me ask y'all this. Loopy wants to take this fight on. Well, she is taking this fight on short notice. Do y'all think it's a good idea for her to continue to take these short notice fights? I mean, it's good for money, but like longevity, like I've noticed, like Loopy's not really doing like Yasmin Jauregui's doing, and she's not really doing like some of these other fighters. Like I know Yasmin Lucindo said she wants to kind of slow it down and she wants to get a rank, so she wants to take her time and grow. Do y'all think it's a good idea? Okay, Ravioli said no, it's not a good idea, and he said her IQ is questionable. Yeah, and that's one reason why. That's why it's not a good idea, because when she rushes into these fights, I don't really think it's good for her IQ. You know what I mean? Because yeah, you get the experience, but it kind of takes away confidence to me because you know you're putting a lot of wear and tear, and it's mentally draining. You know, you're not really taking the time out to prepare for a fight. And I remember I was looking at something on IG and somebody was kind of going back and forth about Loopy. And I think somebody in her camp said, well, she's undefeated whenever it comes to full training camps. I'm like, okay, then why don't we keep going that direction? They was like, oh no, like, no, Lupi gonna win this because you can talk trash, but she's undefeated when it comes to full training camps. But she takes a lot of short notice fights, though. She takes a lot of short notice fights, which is wear and tear on you. And a short notice fight can still knock you down the ranking. It can keep you from getting the rank. It can get you a check, right? It can get you a check, but it doesn't help you in the long run. To me, like, I think it comes down to like your style too, like safety first fighters. I believe like they can take a short notice fight. Fighters that are more defensive, they can take one because they're not going to put a lot of wear and tear on their body in the fight. Six said he thinks short notice fights is good for experience. Maybe one or two, but like with the way Lupi's fights, I think she's taking a lot. I think she's taking a lot more than she needs to, especially when she's this young and you can see potential in her style. I don't think it really gives her time to grow because didn't she put off like the training with Grasso to take this fight? She put off that training camp with Grasso, to take this fight, when I think you would benefit more from taking on. I think you benefit more from training with Grasso, taking the time to grow, than actually jumping into the fight with somebody like Emily Ducote right away, And I'm just kind of speaking from the numbers. Like, I'm just speaking like every time it's a short notice fight, you lose though, right? Yeah, you can like money. I mean, yeah, you can't knock it. I mean, if that's your direction, fine. If that's your direction, fine. Yeah, I have nothing against that. But I'm just saying, like, for me, seeing the potential in Lupi and where she could go with her style, I just don't think I don't think short notice fights really benefit her because she hasn't won one yet, right? Maybe she'll win this one, but I don't think she's won one yet, has she? Six said, but depending on the fighter's goals and personal life, coaches knows better. Coaches know best for their fighters. Well, the coaches said it themselves. She's undefeated when it comes to full training camp. So they're kind of saying it themselves. They're kind of saying it themselves that the short notices are not really benefiting her. Maybe it is as far as experience, but I think it depends on the fighters you fight too. Like somebody that's going to put a lot of damage on you, that's not really going to help you in the long run. To me, again, that's just my opinion. Colosseum said, why is Lupi shying away from her wrestling base? Is she a striker now? See, that's another question like I have to ask you. Like, she doesn't wrestle as much. I don't know. Like, is it because of the short notice? Like, does she not have the gas tank to go that far anymore? Like with her wrestling, because she's only fighting, because she's only training so many months and she's jumping right back into the fight. Does she not have the gas tank? That's the question. Like, she's always been a striker. She's always been a striker / wrestler. But whenever it would get thick in there, when it comes to hands, she always had the wrestling to fall back on, right? But it seems like as of lately, sometimes she won't push as hard anymore. She won't wrestle as much. I noticed that, but is that more in the short notice fights? I don't know. So I think with a style like hers, I think you just need more and more. You need more and more time to build your cardio, build your stamina, your strength up, especially if you're that type of wrestler. You need to take more 4 and 5 month, turnaround times before, just jumping right into another fight. Man, that's just my opinion. Yeah, because I haven't seen her press like she used to, and she tried to muscle Luana Carolina a little bit more, didn't she? I thought she did. Like, she did. Like, Luana Carolina, she was trying to muscle her, and that was at like flyweight, right? But she couldn't do that to Angela Hill, And that was a catch weight fight, right? 120. Sink said she got discouraged early on from shooting on Hill, them knees landing. uppercut feints and that choke attempt early on, along with takedown. Hill was on point defensively. Yeah, Hill's Hill's defense is just on another like level. That surprised me that night too, because I was picking Loopy too, but from there on, I was kind of like, man, like these other girls, they just don't have that type of feint work and ability to adapt to what Angela Hill was bringing, because Angela Hill's like subtly improving too. Emily Ducote in this fight, though, I think she has very sharp 1-2 and some very hard leg kicks. But, she's going to have to be big on moving her head, because who knows? This might be the fight where she tries to wrestle. This might be the fight where Loopy wants to wrestle, because if Emily Ducote is right there at the mid-range, she could shoot on her and put her on her back, But Ducote, she's got some jiu-jitsu too, man. Like, she's got some good jiu-jitsu off of her back. She's got some good skills. She's got them experience with wrestlers. She's fought Alima Label a couple times, Kanako Murata. So she knows how to neutralize some of these girls and how to, control their heads and keep it standing if she want, or, bounce back up to her feet. So, Ducote is going to be dangerous in the pocket, I believe. Dangerous, as far as like clinching and just mid-range striking. I think Loopy's going to have to like really get that respect early, and try to throw more straight punches, if Ducote's not moving her head as much. But this training, man, with Emily Ducote, I like her, man, because she was humble enough to train with Angela Hill in this camp. Train with somebody she beat, train with somebody she lost. She doesn't mind. She didn't mind humbling herself to find out what she did wrong. So hopefully, Emily Ducote's IQ is a little bit more advanced now. She picked up on some of the things like Angela Hill does. Angela Hill's not like a hard puncher and doesn't throw like the best shots. Like, her form ain't the best. Like, I think Ducote's form is pretty sharp. Like, she'll hit you hard, but it's that twitch muscle that Angela Hill has. Those twitches that she has where she can just like let off a combination and move on you. So I think that's something that hopefully Ducote's picking up in this fight, because she's gonna have to be moving around a little bit more. She's gonna have to be moving around a little bit more here, and using more angles to avoid being taken down. Because like, even if Loopy doesn't wrestle the whole fight, she'll shoot a few times and catch off guard just to steal rounds, But Ducote, with the striking she has, her timing is going to be key. That sharp jab, following that right hand, followed by the right hand. Start tagging the nose early on Loopy, man. Like, and I say that because I'm looking at little things in these fighters, like how you slow them down. Like Montana, Miesha Tate, start tagging that nose. It makes you bleed, makes them bleed, gives them breathing problems. It's all in the fight. You see scar tissue, you attack it, right? Somebody got weak legs, you attack it. Somebody got a weak body, you attack the body. You know what I mean? So same thing I'll say here for any fighter. Like, if you see a target, you attack it. Same can be said for Ducote. I mean, for Loopy though, you can see Ducote, she can bleed too. So attack the nose. So that's why I say you're gonna see blood, because they both sharp punches. They both hit hard. So I see this thing being a banger, man. BJ said, is that this Saturday? What, this fight? Yeah, all of these fights are this Saturday. This is all Saturday fights. Yeah, this is probably gonna be fight of the year. It's probably be like, well, not fight of the year, but fight of the night for so far. I'll say this is gonna be fight of the night. Lolita said, I was impressed by Godinez's most recent interview. Loopy gets discouraged. You think she gets discouraged sometimes? She does a little bit. Silva versus Lipsky. Oh boy, that would be a good fight. Silva versus Lipsky. That's gonna be good. Yeah, I got Devin Haney against Lomachenko. Anything can happen, but I don't know. As the lightweights got bigger and stronger, Lomachenko's style, he's having trouble with these bigger, stronger guys, you know. So I'm gonna go with Devin Haney in this fight. Oh yeah, you got Katie Taylor fighting this weekend too. So you got a lot of stuff going on. I got to go back and watch. I'm gonna go with Ducote, man. I'm gonna pick Ducote in this fight. Who do y'all got, Ducote or Loopy? Because I want to jump to this next before I jump off here. Who y'all got, Ducote or Loopy? I'm gonna go with Emily Ducote. Haney's gonna box it out. Yeah. Haney's jab is gonna be a key in this fight. All right. So yeah, I think I'll go with Ducote myself. Six said he's going with Ducote. Colton said he's going with Loopy. These Angela Hill's like Michael Myers. You knock her down, she pops back up. All right. Lolita's got Loopy. All right, let's talk about this Dern Hill fight a little bit. Dern has got a 0-2 losing streak in main events going on right now. If she didn't call attention to it, like I've always noticed it, but like the way she called attention to it, I got to give her some respect. She's being humble there. You know what I mean? Like, or she just putting it out there before anybody else does, I guess, because she's like, hey, I'm 0-2 in main events. And, she's like, I want to come back and, get this one. So it kind of puts her in a different place. But it's not going to be easy, man. Like, Angela Hill, to me, I think, like I said earlier, was making, like, these subtle improvements. And she is getting to a point now where I think if you only have, like, one skill set against Angela Hill, whether it be your striking or your grappling, I think Angela Hill has the ability to kind of switch gears now, and kind of mix it up on you. A lot of people ain't on it like that, man. They ain't on it. They can't catch it. Like, you see it in the Loopy fight. You see it in the Emily Ducote fight. Emily Ducote wanted to kind of strike and box with Angela Hill, but Angela Hill's Muay Thai and her hand speed was too much for her. Then you had Loopy, who wanted to box as well, caught Angela Hill in the first round, but didn't have enough as far as like a plan B. Didn't really shoot, couldn't do anything else. So Angela Hill can kind of like take away from these fighters. Angela Hill can kind of take she can take your weapon away. If you're not a mixed or well-rounded fighter, she can kind of take your weapons away in there. So Dern's got to make sure that she can switch it up in this fight and do a little bit more than try to throw the overhand right with her eyes closed, or she can try to shoot for the same basic takedowns. Mackenzie Dern got to make sure that she can halfway wrestle decent in this fight. That's all I'm saying. Like, she's getting stronger. Ducote, not Ducote, but Mackenzie Dern getting a little bit stronger. So I need to see her start doing, like I said, start wrestling a little bit more. Start wrestling in there a little bit more and stop over believing in your hands. Like, her form, Mackenzie Dern's form is something that I think she needs to perfect, but she doesn't need to become this all-out striker. She just needs the form to land punches and get the fight to the ground where she needs it to be. She doesn't need to turn into this perfect striker. Same with Jillian Roberts. Nobody's saying these fighters got to turn into perfect boxers and strikers overnight. You just need to work on your form so you can land a punch and not get hit, and you can land a punch to get your takedown. That's what it's about. So Dern, sometimes she'll turn into this fighter trying to go in there and strike, but when she does that, she gets pieced up. Jan pieces her up. Marina piece of Angela Hill probably got a good chance of piecing her up in here. So my thing is, she just needs to use like the basics of striking, just as far as keeping the right form and landing something good every now and then to mix it up, and then eventually switch gears to wrestle and take the fight to the ground. Angela Hill, she might be making a mistake though. Angela Hill was talking about it would be dope if I could submit her. It'd be dope if I could submit her, and like if I knock her down like I did Claudia Gadelha, I might just go all out and try to submit her or something like that. Or I'm a going to the ground with her. She making a big mistake there. Angela Hill, she need to keep this fight standing at all costs. Let's just be real. If you want to get ranked, go for what you know. You just need to go for what you know. Angela Hill just need to keep this fight standing. This fight standing. Period. No surprise takedowns. You saw what happened to Randa Marcos and Hannah Cyphers. She don't need to do any of that. She just need to keep this fight standing. Oh, Robot Chicken, what's up, man? Appreciate that, man. That's why I hope she was just like being funny, but she sounded like she was going to do that because she said if I drop her like I did Claudia Gadelha, I'm gonna go all out. I'm going in. And when she said that, I was like, wait, do you mean you gonna let her stand back up and you gonna knock her out? Oh no, she was like, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna try to submit her because if I submit her, that would be even cooler. She said the submission would be even better than the TKO. I hope she was playing. Because that might change my pick from Hill to Dern now. Because she said the TKO is not as good as submission. I mean, yeah, in some ways, yeah, being able to submit the jiu-jitsu practitioner would be all that, but that's if you have the skills and the long time skills to do it. But I don't think she'll be able to do it like that. So she needs to keep this thing standing at all costs. Piece her up, move, angles, and that's it. That's it. When Dern leaves with her head, you Muay Thai clinch her and you throw her off and you reset. Simple as that. Rinse and repeat, man. That's all Angela Hill should do in this fight. That's all she should do in this fight. Her jab has been looking better too in her last couple fights. So she needs to be snapping the jab in her face. Tie clincher. That's all you got to do. But if she knocks Mackenzie Dern down and she goes into the fire, I'm gonna be pissed. Yes, Stammer said she better be playing. She better be playing anyways. Like, if she knocks her down, she better not jump on her at all. Just to even like ground control, she better not do that. She was more so saying she's not afraid if she ends up on the ground. No, she said it the other way around too. She said if she knocks Dern down, she's going into it. She said she's going into it as well. He said she also said she won't be stupid with it. She better not be. He'll survive Verno on the ground. She'll be fine. Two different fighters, though. Two different fighters. Verna and Mackenzie Dern are two different fighters. Dern, when she gets you in a certain position, she will go for that submission. But Verna, to me, sometimes she looks for position more than submission. And in that fight, she gave Angela Hill a lot of opportunities to slide her back to the cage. But even then, she still got 30-27, right? So I don't think he'll be fine in that fight. I don't think she'll be fine in this fight like that if she gets taken down, because she'll still wind up losing. She got to do what Marina did, keep it standing. Yeah, Ravioli said all she did was survive. Yeah, that's, like I said, Verna's different. And Mackenzie, they're two different fighters. I think they look for a different approach. Yeah, Jan survived Dern on the ground because she has a different level of thinking now. Like, she's been training with Uriah Faber since then, and Jan was able to survive because her wrestling helped save her. Some of those positions that Faber's been teaching her, she was able to survive. That's different. But let this be that fight. Let this be that one fight where Dern shows that flexibility. You never give that person that opportunity. They're all different on the ground. All right. Can you hear me? I had to refresh. Can you hear me? All right. What about now? All right, cool. All right, yeah. Like I was saying, I'm about to get up out of here though, and my pick is gonna be Angela Hill because I think really when it comes down to it, like as far as 5 round experience, they both have it. So it's just gonna come down to IQ at this point and who made the right improvements. I think Angela Hill has enough to beat Dern, beat Mackenzie Dern at this point. Um, Mackenzie, she does rise to the occasion, man, and if she can wrestle in this fight, she can wrestle in this one. She can get it down, man. So yeah, like I said, I ain't gonna be on this weekend doing no fight companion. I might see y'all Sunday or I might see y'all Tuesday from here, you know. But yeah, y'all ain't gonna see me this weekend for some fights though, man. So hit that like button and subscribe. And if you missed the live, just put your picks in the comment section and then we'll talk possibly next week. Stamina said I want Dern to win, but I don't think she will. So Stamina's picking Hill too. Oh, they said did the live in. No, still here. I'm getting up out of here now. So later.